Welcome back to Sorare Assist. Adam here, and today I'm going to be sharing my Sorare Challenger Europe Rare Team for the upcoming 2022-23 season. So make sure you stick around to see what my S05 team looks like. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're not signed up to Sorare yet, there is a link in the description below. If you did want to get signed up today, get your 13 common cards for the Academy League, and as well a limited card after buying your first 5 cards on auction. Also consider becoming a patron as well of Sorare Assist, where we're covering the transfers and all the latest pre-season news as well over on the Patreon. So as I say, today I'm going to be sharing my Sorare Challenger Europe Rare Team as we head closer into the European leagues, starting up again for the 2022-2023 season. So let's get straight stuck in then. S05 lineup selection screen that we're all familiar with by now, and I'm going to be selecting my players one by one. Already got them in my mind, of course, who I want for the upcoming season in these slots. So in terms of the goalkeeper, I've gone for Igor Akinviv of CSKA Moscow. Very solid option here, as I'm sure you'll agree, for one of the top teams in the Russian Premier League. Obviously some people are a bit worried about the Russian league at the moment. I don't think Sorare are going to stop covering that league as long as Opta keep covering that league. That I would have heard something about it by now if it was being cancelled. Okay, so here's my goalkeeper slot. Now, obviously during January and March, Russia have a long winter break. So in that case, my backup keeper would be Sami Busut of Zulte. Now, it's debatable whether he's going to be the first choice or not for Zulte next season. We'll have to wait and see, but he did have a fantastic season last time out for them, even though there was a poor team. He got some good scores as well, but generally the first choice is going to be Igor Akinviv. Now, in terms of defender slot, this is an easy option here, and that is going to be Douglas Santos of Zenit Petersburg. Absolutely fantastic option for any S05 team. Zenit, I'm sure, will be a dominant force again in the Russian league. There was rumours of him potentially moving away from Zenit. That was towards the end of last season. That doesn't seem to have resurfaced recently, so I'm hoping that it does stay at Zenit. Obviously there's no issues with the Russian league as well, so I think this is going to be a fantastic defensive and goalkeeper duo there for my defence. Now, in terms of the backup for the January to March period during the winter break, I'm more than likely going to be using Philip Mwen as a backup option, as long as he can get his place back in the PSV team, which I think he should do. He's a quality player. He's got some really good scores as well when he was in the side for PSV. But when he does have fixtures, Douglas Santos is going to be the first choice. One of the first cards I actually bought as well on Sorare when I joined back in 2020. Now, in terms of the midfield slot, it's a card that I've had for quite a long time now. Did buy him when he was on fantastic form for his old club. He has now transferred to a new club as well in the Belgium League. That player is Raphael Hallhauser, now of Leuven in the Belgium League. He was of course playing for Beerschot. They obviously got relegated, but Hallhauser is still an absolutely fantastic player to have in your collection. And I think he's going to have a really good season at Leuven, probably carrying on where Mercier left off. Obviously Mercier has now left Leuven, unfortunately. I do have one of his cards as well. He's now moved on to pastures new in the Hungarian league. Now, in terms of the forward then for my Challenger Europe team, it's another card that I actually bought very early on when he was actually playing in the Japanese league for Vissel Kobe. If you've not guessed it already, that guy is Celtic forward Furuhashi, who of course is now playing in the Scottish League. He did have his injury concerns last season at Celtic, did come back towards the end of the season though, and carried on how he started life at Celtic, and that was scoring the goals. Do expect him to continue that again next season. I'm hoping he doesn't get rotated too much though. As we know, Celtic do have a plethora of forwards in their squad, so I'm hoping that rotation doesn't become a risk for Furuhashi too much. I think he's going to get plenty of goals when he does play. As I say, it's one of the first cards I actually bought, so I've got a good XP on him, considering is the 2020 card. Now, the backup for Furuhashi, just in case he is injured or not in the squad, is actually his teammate, and that is Rio Hatate. Now, it did start life well at Celtic, but then I think he's maybe had a bit of fatigue issues. He did obviously play a long season in Japan, then he moved to Celtic and carried on playing for them in the first team. I do expect better things from Hatate, and if he can really get cracking with his career at Celtic, then he could potentially be used in some of my other teams as well. But first choice for this team will be Furuhashi. Now, just the final slot to go now, and that is the extra slot. Now, the first choice in terms of my Challenger Europe extra slot here will be Ablayakov for CSK Moscow. That gives me a good link up as well with Akinviv, obviously they're in the same team, but I've picked him purely on the basis that I think he's going to have another fantastic season and keep improving in terms of his S05 scores. Now obviously there is the issue of the winter break in Russia, so when the winter break is on, I do have a substantial backup for Ablayakov during January to March, and that is Christian Bruls of St. Truden. I'm sure you'll agree he's a fantastic option as a backup option for this team, and obviously I can use him in the other teams as well. Same with all these backups, I can use them in the Global All-Star, things like that. But the priority for them would be to be the backup options for any of the players in this squad that get injured. But during the season, when he does have fixtures, I am going to be having Ablayakov in the side. So as you can see, some fantastic options there. So as you can see, this team is looking really solid, and I reckon most weeks my captain will probably be the fantastic Douglas Santos. Don't really need a goal or assist to get some high peak scores. That's why he's one of the best cards on the platform. So what do you guys think of my Challenger Europe rare team? Do let me know in the comment section below. Next up, I'm going to be sharing my Challenger Europe limited team right here on this YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe by hitting that subscribe button and ping that notification bell to be the first to be alerted about any new videos. If you did like this video, smash that like button, and don't forget that you can become a patron of Sorare Assist now, where you get the pre-season scouting at the moment and all the transfer news, plus scouting of all the Sorare licensed team as well. All this content is in written format by myself. You'll also get access to the members only Discord as well, where you can chat to me and other Sorare Assist members. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you've not signed up, use the link below to get your 13 common cards and also get your free limited card as well. I'll see you again soon.